The Star Cat. It was midnight, and the stars glittered like diamonds scattered on black velveteen. From an open window of the palace deep in the city, a princess stood on a balcony gazing longingly at the night sky, her hair long and beautiful, her eyes fire emeralds, her skin pale porcelain. In her right hand she held a red rose, and her left hand stroked a cat, a young grey tabby, strong and handsome, sure of his prowess. He purred under her touch and gazed at her like she gazed at stars. "I adore you," he said with his eyes. She sighed. "Oh, how wonderfully the stars shine! How they would entwine themselves in my hair! How they would make my pretty eyes sparkle! How enchanting they would be set in gold on my fine white fingers! Is there not a prince in all this world that could capture and bring me a star? I would love that man until the end of his days." The cat turned slowly, and arching his back, stretched his lithe form and placed his paw delicately on her cheek. He whispered in thought, "I love you more than anything in this life, and I shall bring you a star as a pledge of my love." And with a flick of his tail and a flexing of muscle, he was gone, out of the opened window and over the rooftops to find and fetch a star. The princess thought, "What a selfish cat! He's gone into the night to poke his grubby nose into horrid little dustbins and eat nasty smelly fish heads. He doesn't care that I'm sad. Go then, you stupid cat! What does it matter that I don't have a star?" And she hurled the rose after him in spite. However, the cat didn't hear her words, and only saw the rose. "She has given me her favour," he thought, and he picked up the rose with his teeth, "and in return I must bring her a star." And he padded blissfully towards the highest point of the palace. The princess sulked for a while, and then decided to work her father to speak on the subject of stars. "Oh, father," she wailed, "wake up! Wake up, for I am sad that I do not own a star, and I am certain all other princesses must own stars." Now her father the king was a kindly and wise man, as they sometimes are, and he dearly loved his daughter, for in her face he saw the face of his queen, whom he had lost 6 winters ago. And although he was aware that the princess had faults, he could never deny her anything. So he answered the door, comforting her, saying, "One day you'll meet someone who's so special you won't long for stars. His love will be precious enough to meet all of your needs." She sobbed. "Oh, father, what do you know of such things? You are old, and stars would only make you look grotesque and laughable. I am young and beautiful, and no mere man can replace the jewels of heaven." The king listened sadly and shook his head, but said no more on the matter as she left his room and headed towards sleep. Outside, the night sky held its stars as a young grey tabby cat climbed skillfully up the spire leading to the pinnacle of the palace. In his mouth hung a red rose, and in his heart a hope of love flared. Even as the princess slept, the young cat edged its way to the highest point and reached up tentatively towards the stars, yet was unable to realize a single star. He thought, "If I fail, my princess will be the most unhappy person in the whole world." And even as he thought this, he sprang with all his coiled strength towards the heavens and leapt to capture for his love one of God's precious lights. The sun was wild and high as the princess awoke. "Oh, what a delightful morning!" she exclaimed, and danced merrily throughout her rooms. "Oh, father," she said as she walked downstairs to breakfast, "how right you are! The sun is so much more magnificent than all the paltry stars of night time. How beautiful my hair appears in its light! How frail my skin! How rare my features! How I wish I could have such a son to call my very own! In the courtyard down below lay the broken body of a grey tabby cat. Under his claw a hint of silver glinting in the brilliant sunlight. A young chambermaid knelt softly beside him. In her hand she held a red, red rose, and her tears fell like stars.